Thank you very much. I pray be seated. Maybe just to warm up the room a little bit, may we give a big round of applause to the playing of our national anthem. Big round of applause across the room, ladies and gentlemen. We clap in pride for a great nation of Zimbabwe. We clap for God to bless this amazing nation of Zimbabwe. This is why we put our hands together.
We're called to come and grace this wonderful occasion. We thank you for our guest of honor. We thank you, Father, for this event that is before us. We pray that you will grace it, that it will be successful. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen. And everybody said, Amen. Yes, let's clap hands for as well. Tinatenda. Thank you very much. I just need you to the person you're sitting next to. That would say, good morning, Mashika Siman Mamuka say, we will go to Anditika, Kanawani Mutupo, Vunzai Mutupo, Vunzai, Kutwana Yurachi, Mamuka say, Kumbaku say. This is very important that we greet each other and we ask each other, how are you? You know, we haven't gone through a pandemic and we're still in the pandemic. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, we do know that the world is gripped with the pandemic, so please make sure that your face masks are kept on. Mine is not on because I'm socially distanced, and everything we do here, we will sanitize. So please feel free to please make sure that your face mask is on, and that we recognize the protocols, the COVID protocols in place. But otherwise, morning to you and welcome to an exciting day today. It's an historic day, found in 1890 when the colonizers came to this country. It wasn't even Zimpost, the first post office was put up in 1890. 1892, again, if you go through the history, you'll find out it's littered with a journey that brings us to today. And this is what we're going to be talking about, from the days of that postman cycling at the gate and leaving those letters, days that are now gone and are no longer a part of our present, to this day when we celebrate being digitalized. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Maimba, spelled M-A-I-M-B-A. I'll be your host this morning, and I pray and hope that I'll be able to steer this ship timelessly and expeditiously so that we can dispense of the program that is before us. Without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite to the podium for the welcome remarks by the Zimpost board chairman, Mr. Kane Moyo, who will do the formalities and all the welcomings that are important. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome the Zimpost board chairman, Mr. Kane Moyo. I always say you can do better. Mr. Kane Moyo, please come through.
That have been mentioned here in the interest of time, and go straight to my presentation, which is about giving the Zimpost digitalization roadmap. Honorable Minister, we are living in times where there is a lot of changes in the technologies that are in place. We have seen convergence. We have seen technologies like your cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and in all this, what the Universal Postal Union has done is they have urged postal operations across the world to digitalize and transform their operations in order to meet the demanding and rightfully so our customers who are technology savvy, who want to be served at the click of a button. This is the slide which talks about the UPU urging all the operators to look in the direction of transformation. And the Zimpost story started when the company was formed in the year 2000. It's been a journey that began with the basics of setting up a company website which communicated the services that the company is providing, and also making sure that customers have access to information which they needed. And Zimpost, being a member of the Universal Postal Union, was quick to adopt the tools of the trade that would make its work to be easy and customers to appreciate what they're doing. Zimpost adopted the International Postal System, which is a track and trace system, and the company went on to adopt the International Financial System, IFS, which is the engine for our electronic money service, which we call Zipcash. GMS is the global monitoring system that has enabled the company to trace and check on the quality of service for items that are not trackable. And as we would have it, Zimpost then developed a virtual post office where the customers can have a complete tour of the post office without coming physically. They can do it remotely. The CICs, as you know, Honorable Minister, came as a replacement to what we used to have as phone shops. And all these adaptations are an indication of Zimpost's desire to ensure that they are keeping in pace with what the customers expect. The local content management tool that we are deploying in CICs is meant to manage the content so that customers who access the CICs don't necessarily need to go to the World Wide Web, which would be expensive in terms of data cost. They would access information from a local area network. And in 2017, Zimpost introduced its first e-shop, a Zimpost Mall, which, Honorable Minister, today you are going to baptize and make sure that it comes out repented as Zimbabwe Mall. And as Zimbabwe Mall, we are saying that Zimpost is looking at ensuring that the customers can move away from having to physically go to the shops to buy whatever they want, but they can enjoy shopping in the comfort of their homes. And Zimpost, in all this, is ensuring that it facilitates trade. It also embraces social inclusion so that customers are able to track their items that have been sent. And Zimpost will also ensure that there is financial inclusion so that no one is left out in terms of whether they are banked or underbanked or unbanked. Zimpost will ensure that everyone in the country has access to financial services one way or the other. Honorable Minister, you may be familiar with this diagram, which is anchoring the National Development Strategy that was launched by His Excellency a few weeks ago. And the Smart Zimbabwe 2030 is a plan that wants to see the country moving forward using ICTs. And around us, we are having a lot of smartness, whether it's smart government, whether it's smart education, smart health. And we are saying as Zimpost, we are working towards being a smart post office that would serve these communities. I thought I was going to hear a loud clap, clap. Honorable Minister, when you have launched, as we are going to do, our Zimbabwe Mall.post, we are going to see less of people coming to shops, people going to buy items physically, as we are seeing on that illustration, but all this will be done online. And what we are saying is that with the new Zimbabwe Mall.post that we are going to launch, there is going to be a lot of convenience. And as Zimpost, what we want to do is to provide the national integration with other e-commerce online platforms, and also linking Zimbabwe with international e-sellers like Alibaba, eBay, and the rest of them. Our Zimbabwe Mall is also going to facilitate and promote SMEs to access global markets as they export their items, and at the same time we are going to promote the domestic trade and local purchases. Like I said, if you are in Magunje, you should be able to buy and enjoy the stuff that people in urban centers are doing, courtesy and thank you to Zimpost. And this whole program has benefits that we expect to see flowing to the country. The first benefit is that we want to transform the national delivery services and offer national online shop services needed even during emergency times like we are having this COVID-19 pandemic. I'm sure you have been aware, Honorable Minister, that Zimpost was very active in delivering food items as well as pharmaceutical products as people observed the stay-home call. The next issue is, what are the next milestones for Zimpost? It's simple. Honorable Minister, after you launch the Zimbabwe Mall.post, we are going all out to enroll partners onto the platform because we don't want anyone to be left behind. And Honorable Minister, we are going to take our track and trace to the level that is in line with global standards so that people are able to follow and they can see where their item is at any given time. And most importantly, Honorable Minister, we are going to integrate our system with the ZIMRA, our SCUDA system, for the pre-clearance of services, and also to ensure that our SMEs, when they export, they do not have any challenge whatsoever. And I have spoken, Honorable Minister, but they say a picture tells 1,000 words. I would like to leave you watching a video which summarizes what I've been saying to you. And this video is showing us where the post office has come from and where it is today.
Has never stopped diversifying and digitizing its services. Now Zimpost has digitalized its front office operation, which enables the company to do agency bills processing, electronic bill payments, box and bag management, electronic money orders, inventory management, cash and stocks, mails processing and management, philately management, management information system. As the traditional mail services continue to change in form and nature, Zimpost has shifted its focus to facilitating conveyance of goods purchased online to meet customer tastes. Zimpost offers affordable, dependable, and secure last-mile delivery of goods, bought from anywhere in the world or sold online to anywhere in the world. 2018 launched the Zimpost Online Mall. How's that? www.zimbabwemall.post. In 2020, the Zimpost Mall was rebranded and repositioned to be a national e-commerce hub called the Zimbabwe Mall. How's that? On their goods and other services and delivered from the comfort of their homes or offices. Zimpost, through its wide postal network, embarked on a transformation program of establishing communication information centers, CICs, and post office to bridge the digital divide. Communications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe, contracts for the CV setting up of CICs and village containerized information centers, CVICs, under the guidance of the Ministry of ICT, Postal and Courier Services. These centers are meant to bridge the digital divide between the rural and urban centers. Zimpost has set up CICs and CVICs in all districts across the country. The centers offer
and management history. Therefore, allow me with these, please allow me to say all protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was thinking of coming to this very important event, I was just reminded by what Mr. Dewey said here. And I was also thinking along the same lines to say we made a tour to visit some countries to see how they are actually reforming their postal sector. Our guest of honor, it is true. I will single out Malaysia, just as an example, where Malaysia actually posts their own, I don't know, hundreds of trucks, motor vehicles, motorbikes, to supporting the delivery of goods and services. They also own aeroplanes to deliver goods to the Southeast Asia region, goods that will have come even from as far away as China. They also own ships to transport coal for the state. We were amazed by such developments in the postal sector. And when we reflected on our own, we realized that our Zimpost was not actually moving with the times, to the extent that in actual fact we often said to the chairman and to Zimpost, Postmaster General, that they were asleep when technology was moving forward. And I think this day Zimpost has come of age. We just hope that they will take the momentum which they are exhibiting today to greater heights. And I know this is very possible because they are ably guided by you, our guest of honor. You have challenged them many times to transform, to rediscover, to re-energize and innovate. So you were actually doing this premised on your track record as somebody who has reformed some companies in the private sector and the quasi-government institutions. You were also guiding a Zimpost based on your full knowledge and expertise and understanding in the issues that relates to transformation and strategic planning. Because our guest of honor is actually taking strategic studies to PhD levels, and he has actually deployed that knowledge successfully in the industry in this country, where many companies have expanded in terms of employment creation, in terms of their contribution to the fiscus, and also in terms of lifting themselves up from one level to another. Our guest of honor is an entrepreneur himself. He runs businesses successfully, and as a politician, he has also transformed or transferred some of these skills to the development of his constituency, Makoni West. Our guest of honor He also, as has been mentioned here by the Postmaster General, when he spoke about the Smart Zimbabwe Master Plan 2030 going forward, I want to say that he is committed to driving that strategy in full to its logical conclusion as it transforms this country from where it is to a digital economy by 2030. Our guest of honor is youthful, belongs to the ZANU-PF Youth League, and he has distinguished himself to the aspirations of promoting the youths as they move up into managerial and the responsible positions, both at board level in companies and also in the country at large. I think at this stage, let me invite you to join me in putting our hands together as we request our guest of honor to rise and come to the podium and deliver his address. Everyone can be seated. The Deputy Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Honorable D. Puti, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Dr. Engineer Sam Kundishora, Permanent Secretaries here present, Members of Parliament, senior government officials here present, the Zimpost Board Chairman, Mr. K. Moyo, board members here present, the Postmaster General, Mr. Chief Moyo, the Zimpost Executive Management, the Tier 1 CEO, Dr. C. Mtasa, captains of industry, executives from the private sector, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. A very good morning to you all. It gives me great pleasure to officiate at this historic event for the commissioning of the Zimpost digitalisation program and the launch of the Zimbabwe Mall Online Platform. In Zimbabwe, postal services have been in existence for more than 130 years, and Zimpost celebrated its 20th anniversary only 2 months ago. The post has withstood the test of time and has overcome and survived waves of technological innovations that threatened its very existence. The secret of this resilience has usually been the ability of the post to adapt to the changing environment and remain relevant to its market and communities that it serves. It is Zimpost's translation of technological threats into an opportunity that has seen us gather here today. Today, I proudly stand in front of you distinguished delegates to commission the Zimpost digitalisation program that has only gathered speed, depth, and focus in the recent past. The digitalisation journey must be seen not as a survival toolkit for Zimpost, but as the key to success, growth, and sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, it was only 5 days ago when I was the guest of honor
at the Zimpost Strategic Planning Workshop that we challenged Zimpost management and the board to be innovative and creative so that Zimpost delivers on its mandate of facilitating financial inclusion, trade, communication, and delivery of government agency services. Ladies and gentlemen, Zimbabwe's vision towards a prosperous and empowered upper middle income society by the year 2030 received a big boost when His Excellency the President, Comrade Edim Nangagwa, unveiled the National Development Strategy number 1. The National Development Strategy is anchored by the Smart Zimbabwe 2030 Master Plan, which seeks to transform the country through the systematic application of information communication technology. I'm convinced that the digitalization route taken by Zimpost is the right choice that will enable the company to play a pivotal role in the digital economy. Distinguished guests, the total transformation of Zimpost from a traditional post office to a digitalized post needs the adoption of e-post tenants that will enable Zimpost to deliver services on the electronic and mobile platforms. As a ministry, we want everything to be e-enabled at the post office, e-commerce, e-government services, where the citizens will conveniently access government services, e-education to help students across the country to access educational sites at community information centers, e-health to facilitate telemedicine activities. Zimpost must evolve to be a smart post office. And I repeat, Zimpost must evolve to be a smart post office. Today, the digitalization journey of Zimpost has led us to an exciting national e-commerce platform at the www.zimbabwemall.post. This platform facilitates online shopping, that is, customers are able to select items onto a shopping cart, confirm their order, make payment, and Zimpost renders delivery and non-operator. The Zimbabwe Mall sits on the Universal Postal Union post infrastructure, which is a top-level domain that is very secure. In this era of cyber threats, there is no doubt that customer confidentiality and security of information of both buyers and sellers is of utmost importance. The UPU Post domain provides this necessary cover. Distinguished guests, with the Zimbabwe Mall.post, our people in the diaspora will be able to buy groceries from sellers on the platform for their parents, relatives, and loved ones back in Zimbabwe. And Zimpost will pick up the groceries and deliver them to the recipients. For our small to medium scale enterprises, be they sculptors, basket makers, or any other producer, this platform gives you the access to global markets. I'm heartened to learn that the National Handcraft Center is already on this platform. Again, this platform improves on domestic trade, which will be facilitated and made easier as sellers on the platform will get their wares accessed by customers who will be able to buy from the comfort of their homes. The click and sell as well as the click and buy activities will be complemented by Zimpost's pick and deliver in order to complement the market fulfillment process. This shopping alternative promotes social distancing and observance of other COVID-19 protocols, as it eliminates the need to physically visit a shopping site every time items need to be bought. I invite all individuals, small to medium scale enterprises, corporates, and e-sellers in Zimbabwe to utilize this platform to sell their products far and wide. On the same token, I also invite all buyers from all walks of life, from any location, to take advantage of the convenience of the Zimbabwe Mall Post to conveniently access supplies of goods from Zimbabwe and abroad. Zimpost will get them delivered through its 192 partner post organizations spread globally. Zimpost delivers possibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, as the Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services and the Government of Zimbabwe, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the Zimbabwe Mall.post officially launched. Enjoy the shopping and the ease of doing business on this platform. Zimbabwe is open for business.
New way of business, we now that you remain and stay in the top phase of the company for a better opportunity. As I asked my friend here, to just remove these so that I can help remove these in the next 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the minister. As a vote of thanks. Shall we clap as well as it comes through, ladies and gentlemen? Big round of applause, big round of applause, big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Good morning. The Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Dr. Muswere, the Deputy Minister of ICT, Postal and Courier Services, Vaputi, the Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Engineer Kundishora. At this point, allow me to also say all protocol observed. First of all, allow me to thank you, Honorable Minister, for taking time to actually come and grace this occasion. We are painfully aware of the immense responsibility which is resting upon your shoulders, insofar as taking the ICT industry in Zimbabwe is concerned. So when you come and take time off your busy schedule to be with us, we don't take it lightly, and we are truly, truly grateful for that. Deputy Minister, we are thankful for your presence. You always are there for us. And I must say that I think we are fortunate as Zimpost in the sense that not only is the minister with us today to grace this occasion, but he has been with us, you know, ever since he was appointed. So thank you very much for that. It would be amiss if I don't give a big thanks to the secretary in the ministry, Dr. Engineer Kundishora. We do value your guidance. So thank you very much, sir, and your team from the ministry. The Director General of Portras, again, has been very supportive, one in terms of just general guidance, and also making sure that, you know, we are compliant in terms of regulation. So to Dr. Machengete and his team, a very big thank you. I do recognize the presence of the CEOs of our sister companies. Dr. Mtasa, thank you very much for gracing this occasion and for the support which you always avail us. We also have our e-commerce partners, Mr. Ndanga of College Press, Mr. Mujaho of Food World, Mr. Machaya of National Handicraft Center. We thank you very much for believing in us from the onset. This is well noted and appreciated. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to thank you, all our valued stakeholders, for taking time from your busy schedules, especially on a Monday. Allow me to also thank the media for your usual support. Then I shouldn't forget the board, management and staff of Zimpost for making this happen. Let me thank the service providers who have made this event happen. Let me also take this opportunity as we go towards the Christmas holidays to wish you all God's blessings and protection as we approach the holidays. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Tatenda, Siabonga, Twalungu.